Hi everybody, this is Mr. Murray explaining the multiplier versus the multiplier effect. Okay, basically the multiplier is which is called K, equals 1 over 1 minus the MPC. MPC is the proportion of any new income that you will spend on consumption. So if you get $10 and you spend 8 and save 2, the MPC would be 0.8. So anything that increases the MPC also increases the multiplier. Anything that decreases the MPC will decrease the multiplier. Dead easy. This is the multiplier effect. This is when you take X, I, G and times them by the multiplier, and that gives the change in aggregate demand. It'll have a multiplied effect on aggregate demand. As you can see down there, a change in X, I or G leads to a bigger change in aggregate demand. That's the multiplier effect. That's because any new production will lead to income for households. They'll spend some, they'll save some, and that new spending leads to further production, which again is spent and saved and further spent and saved and further spent and saved until it's all gone. But it means that any change in X, I or G leads to a bigger change in aggregate demand. Right, this whole question is about which will have the biggest impact, an increase in government spending or an decrease in the OCR. And what the question argues is that an increase in government spending only has a multiplied effect, because it's going to be a decrease in G, which will have an increase in aggregate demand. Meanwhile, if the RBNZ decreases the OCR, that will cause an increase in consumption and an increase in investment. Now, the increased investment will just have the same impact as the increase in government spending, a multiplied effect. But the change here is that because you get an increase in consumption, that leads to an increase in the MPC, which does increase the multiplier. So therefore what you get is the change in I will have a multiplied effect, but the multiplier will have increased. So the change in I will have a bigger effect than the change in G did from the other part. So therefore what the question argues, and I'm not quite sure if it's true, that if you want to increase aggregate demand, what you should do is decrease the OCR as opposed to increase government spending. That only has a multiplied effect. This has a multiplied effect, but with a bigger multiplier. That's the multiplier effect versus the multiplier. Thank you very much.